All right, welcome to the film room, everybody. Today, we are running a championship game film review, and our opponent is a tricky one. Cambridge AS Level Afrikaans Paper 2, specifically the reading and writing section. Now, we aren't just here to talk about Afrikaans vocabulary today. Oh no, we are zeroing in on the hidden battleground, the technical zones where so many candidates unknowingly drop the ball, structure and timing. To help us break down this tape, I want you to imagine two players on our squad. We've got Alex, who plays heavy defense, super meticulous, knows every grammar rule, but completely lacks the speed needed for the open-ended essays. And then we have Sam. Sam is our fast attacker, writes a mile a minute, lots of passion, but incredibly sloppy on executing the actual command words. If your practice scores look like either of these two, you're in exactly the right place. We are going to deconstruct the examiner's defensive lines right now and build you a rock-solid roadmap.
Let's look at the scoreboard because the stakes here are absolutely massive. Look at this chart. Structure and timing alone account for a whopping 15% of your total marks on paper 2. Think about that for a second. That is the difference between jumping an entire grade boundary, maybe even 2. This isn't just about whether you know the language. It's about how efficiently you can package that knowledge and beat the clock before the final whistle blows. That 15% is sitting right there on the field, just waiting for you to scoop it up.
And here is the brutal reality of what happens when you don't respect the opponent's defensive scheme. This is a direct quote pulled straight from the official Cambridge Principal Examiner Scouting Report. It says, "Candidates consistently confuse key terminology." Listen, what does that translate to for us? It means students are handing over easy marks. They're getting penalized for formatting, presentation, and procedural errors, not because their Afrikaans was bad. You could write the most beautiful, fluent paragraph in the world, but if you didn't structure it to answer the exact command word, or if you ran out of time to format it properly, those marks are gone. So here's our playbook for today's session. 1. Core cognitive domains. 2. The method mark strategy. 3. Strict execution rules. 4. Comparative analysis. And 5. Top examiner warnings. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. Core cognitive domains. What Cambridge wants.
So looking at the syllabus, Cambridge is targeting 3 specific cognitive zones: knowledge and understanding, analysis, and evaluation. Now let's look at our players. Alex gets totally bogged down in just the knowledge part, memorizing vocabulary, playing entirely on the defensive. Sam completely skips analysis and just jumps recklessly into evaluation with zero proof. But to be a top-tier candidate, you need a connected conceptual flow across all 3. You have to take your core principles and transfer them seamlessly into unfamiliar contexts within the reading texts. It's all about a systematic, evidence-based process.
Section 2. The method mark strategy. Process is power.
This strategy right here, this is your tactical playbook. Earning marks on this paper isn't just about magically throwing a Hail Mary and hitting the correct final conclusion. The examiners actually reward the process. They want to see your procedural framework. If you make your structural logic visible right there on the page, you are literally picking up method marks for your strategy, even if your final answer isn't absolutely flawless. Like we always say in the locker room, process is power.
So let's slow the cape down. I was having a debate with Alex and Sam in practice the other day about spatial formatting and time allocation. Alex is telling me, "Coach, I spend 10 minutes just reading and outlining." And Sam goes, "I just look for the first word I recognize and start writing as fast as I can." I had to stop them right there. Look at this standardized 6-step sequence. Step 1, deconstruct the question. What is the command word? Step 2, extract the data from the text. Step 3, select your framework. Step 4, execute with clear notation. Step 5, verify your results, and Step 6, present it properly. If you drill this exact sequence into your muscle memory, you eliminate the panic. You don't stare at the clock, you just execute the play.
Section 3. Strict execution rules. Presenting for success. Now we're talking about the actual physical execution on the page. Cambridge treats this like a professional environment. That means strict conventions. Proper headings, the correct terminology, appropriate formats, and clear annotation. I see Sam do this on the tape all the time, just throwing a massive complex Afrikaans word onto the page and hoping the examiner gives him credit. No. Always define your terms before you use them in an extended response. Prove to the examiner that you know exactly what you're doing. Define it, then use it. That's how you play smart.
Section 4. Comparative analysis. But wait, tweet, timeout. Coach is blowing the whistle right here. Let's gather up. Listen, if you want to stay at the top of the league table this exam season, you need the best scouting reports in the game. Hit subscribe to Ace the Exams, tag is @Ace the Exams, and make sure you enable all notifications right now so you never miss a film review. All right, water break over. Let's get back on the field and look at comparative analysis.
Okay, so here's where both Alex and Sam hit a massive roadblock on the tape. When a prompt asks for an evaluation or comparison, the rookie mistake is just listing out details side by side. Comparative analysis requires identifying both similarities and differences, but you have to bridge the gap. So let me draw up a tactical play for you right here. Think of it like a four-step formula: point, evidence, explain, link. You have to use comparative connectives in Afrikaans to link your points. You support it with direct evidence extracted from the text, and then you evaluate to draw a conclusion. Descriptive, analytical, evaluative. 1, 2, 3, bam!
Section 5, Top Examiner Warnings, Playing Defense. Let's move into our interactive drill workshop.
All right, 60 seconds on the clock. I want you to look at this question and tell me the trend. Where do you think most students actually lose that massive 15% we talked about at kickoff? Think about it. I'll give you a hint. It is almost never because the Afrikaans text was just too hard to translate.
Okay, let's play Spot the Penalty. Here are the 3 most common technical errors that will get you flagged. Penalty number 1, forgetting to include proper format entirely. Students just write a giant block of text, completely ignoring the structure. Penalty 2, forgetting to check their format and presentation before time runs out. They rush the final 2 minutes, it gets messy, and the logic falls apart. And penalty number 3, which is a massive red card, answers that are not specific to the context. Students like Alex memorize generic dictionary definitions and just paste them onto the exam script without applying them to the specific scenario in the text. You have to play the game that's in front of you. Contextualize everything.
To make sure you're running a flawless string of full-mark answers, I want you to lock this problem-solving mantra into your brain. This is your game day preparation checklist. Deconstruct, solve, evaluate. Picture yourself walking into the exam hall. You break the question apart, you systematically solve the pieces, and then you step back to evaluate if your answer actually makes sense in context. Carry this 3-beat rhythm with you, and it will anchor your timing and your structure every single time.
And that brings us to the final buzzer with one last vital question for you. Go look at your own game film. Look at your recent practice papers. Are your answers truly context-specific, or are you just blindly repeating memorized definitions, hoping they fit? The difference between those two approaches is exactly where that 15% is won or lost. Start focusing on process, lean heavily into that method mark strategy, and execute your structure perfectly. All right, team, that's it for today's review. Remember to subscribe to Ace the Exams, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment below with your current tier and your goal grade. Get back to practice, run those past papers, and I'll catch you in the next film session.